Manoj Kumar? Manoj Kumar, am I audible? No. Sir, அவருக்கு அந்த co-host கொடுங்க சார், ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் சார். ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் மனோஜ் குமாரா? மனோஜ் பிரபாகர் அவருக்கு அந்த co-host கொடுங்களேன். கலைசெல்வன் வருதா? மனோஜ் பிரபாகர் சார், கொஞ்சம் ஃபாஸ்டா பண்ணுங்க சார்.
சார் அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க சார்.
ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் சார், அவங்களுக்கு co-host கொடுத்துட்டீங்களா? அவரோட ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேர் ஆகல.
கொடுத்துட்டேன். co-host கொடுத்துட்டேன். அவர் இன்னும் பண்ணல.
Okay, we will move to the next candidate. Amir, are you there? Amir?
Ma'am?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I can hear you, ma'am.
Can you present the paper?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Okay, start sharing your presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am? Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, is it visible?
Yeah, it is visible. You can start.
Yeah. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Amir Rashid Khan, research scholar under the guidance of Sajunisha ma'am at Saklapa College. My topic is an empirical analysis of bio-inspired optimization algorithm for future selection in medical data. This is my topic. And my objective is the research is to compare optimization algorithm for future selection for medical data sets. It can improve, use best accuracy with less features. And this is my agenda: introduction, literature survey, outline of the work, experimental results, and references. An introduction to data mining. The advanced technology data size is increasing rapidly for making intelligent decisions based on data efficiency. Analytics methods are required. Data mining is all about automating the process of searching for patterns in the data. The need of data mining structured data has increased the past few years. In past few years, the data has been increased due to the advancement of technology. The data has been increased. Nowadays, we have stored all the data in our devices. By that, we can use how it is usable. Next to feature selection. Feature selection refers to a process used to reduce the dimension of a data sets in order to obtain the optimal features in the machine learning and data mining. It's achieved the higher classification accuracy, reducing the processing time and the features. And optimization. Optimization algorithm is a procedure which is executed repeatedly by comparing various solutions till an optimum solution is found. In computer science, a meta-heuristic development to find optimization algorithm that can be solved given complex problems. It is inspired, the optimization algorithms are inspired by the biological behavior of animals, birds, and have been used to find the optimal solutions to a given problems. And issues and challenges. This will provide a researchers and a medical practitioners to establish a better understanding and help them to identify a solution, best method for predicting the disease. It is expected that in next few years, it is the intelligent optimization algorithm will more effective in solving different problems in engineering, science, medical, space, and artificial and failure reduction areas. And this is my workflow. First of all, the we give input data sets and feature selection using optimization techniques and the classification techniques and the outputs. And this is my literature survey. I have referred these journals. An introduction. An optimization algorithm is a procedure which is executed repeatedly by comparing various solutions till an optimum solution is found. This is ant colony optimization. It is inspired by the behavior of ants for searching the foods who leave pheromone trails behind them. Where worker ants find the food, they will proceed back to the nest, reinforcing their pheromone trails. By seeing this image, we can understand the ant searching the food by near to the nest. How if there is any obstacle to finding the food, it finds the nearest shortest path to the food and it goes to the nest. By the behavior of ant, this algorithm has been worked. And this second is bat optimization. It is inspired by the bat by the ecological of microbats used to ecological to find food. During removal, bats usually send out short pulses. However, when they encounter food, their pulse send out rates increases and frequency goes up. And this is gray wolf optimization. It is inspired by the hierarchy of the gray wolf. The gray wolf has been differentiated by alpha, beta, gamma, and their hierarchy leadership. By the hunting mechanism, it was inspired by the algorithm. And this is whale optimization algorithm. Whale optimization algorithm, which is also inspired by the whales, by the mechanism of hunting their fish. The foraging of humpback whales, the humpback whales hunts schools of hurled small fishes close to the surface by swimming around them within a shrinking circle. And this is my experimental results. These are the data sets I have been used. These are the 10 data sets I have been used. This is instances and number of features and number of classes. This is my table. It shows the average cited features comparison between the data sets. First it shows the different types of data sets and the features of the data sets. By using these features, by using the optimization, it has a reduced number of features. By using the optimization, most of the data sets have been best results gives gray wolf optimization. It selects a minimum number of features. And this is a classification accuracy comparison between the other algorithms. This is full data sets accuracy without optimization algorithm. The data sets and the full data sets accuracy without optimization algorithm. And it shows the gray wolf optimization gives best results than others in most of the data sets. And this is the computational time for running optimization algorithm. And conclusion. And this is my conclusion. The work summary is the performance analysis of various optimization algorithm for benchmark datasets has been analyzed. Among that, many optimization algorithms has been compared: and colony optimization, BAT optimization, particle swarm optimization, gray wolf optimization, and whale optimization. By comparing metrics, accuracy, feature selection, and computational time, the gray wolf optimization algorithm performs best than other optimization algorithm. Nearly, the whale optimization algorithm has been closer to the gray wolf optimization by accuracy and the computational time. And this is my references. Thank you. Thank you.
Kumar sir. Kumar sir. Kumar sir, are you able to hear me?
Okay, now are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Mr. Hamir Asit Ghan, I think first of all, I congratulate you, but your presentation was very nice. I think as per my observation, many things are missed in your presentation. Am I right? Mr. Amir, are you able to hear my voice? Mr. Amir?
Amir?
Mr. Amir?
Hello, sir.
Amir, are you able to hear my voice?
Yeah, sir.
First of all, I congratulate you, Mr. Amir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Your presentation was very nice.
Thank
I think as per my observation, many things are missed, I think, in your presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes.
first of all, but your title is an empirical analysis of bio-inspired optimization algorithm, I think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Feature selection in media data. Okay, medical data.
Data. Yes, sir.
But as per your presentation, I think you referred a few papers in that means literature review. I think all papers are very old, I think 17, 18 like that. So what about why you are referred the latest paper, number 1?
Okay, sir.
Okay, then there is no architecture, perfect architecture, how your work is going to execute. There is no proper architecture is not available, I think, in your presentation.
Okay, sir. So I have just compared the existing optimization algorithm for the data set, sir.
No. What are the, but you are actually, what are the algorithm existing? What is your proposed algorithm? There you
sir,
are not mentioned.
Not, sir. Sorry, sir. I have not proposed any algorithm in this.
How can you, that means your work is efficient compared to the existing? Without algorithm, how can you, that means claim your work is advancement? Number 2.
Okay, sir.
Then there is no suitable experimental result in our paper. But you mentioned in our presentation, there is a experimental result, but there is no such experimental result. Are you used any tools to implement?
Yes, sir. I have used a Python tool to implement.
There is no proper, that means experiment result in this presentation.
Okay, sir.
Many things are, sir. Okay. So
okay,
next
sir,
question
improve.
is,
yeah.
Then that means you are not introduced any algorithm, that you are
yes,
not
sir.
referred any algorithm.
Yes, sir.
There's
yes,
no
sir.
mathematical equations are involved.
Okay, sir.
But what is your contribution in this work? That means in this paper compared to the existing research? Are you introduced any new algorithm? Is there any that advancement compared to the existing research?
No, sir. Sir, by the next phase, I have introduced my hybrid optimization algorithm, sir. This is my research.
I think
but
okay, many things are missed, but this is not sufficient anyhow. But
okay,
try to improve
sir.
in future.
Oh, sure, sir. Okay, sir.
All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ma'am, ask others to present, ma'am.
Okay, you will receive Amir.
Okay, ma'am.
Get the valuable suggestions from our Dr. Professor Kumar sir. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
so that you can improve your research area.
Okay, ma'am.
What are all the things is lagging, you please try to complete it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. Thank
okay,
you.
we can move to the next candidate. Varun Kumar. Varun Kumar, are you available? Prisclin Kriba, are you available? Yes. Start your presentation, ma'am. Sir, please give co-host. Srinivasan, sir.
madam,
Okay.
என்ன சீரியல் நம்பர் மேல இருக்காங்க மாமா இவங்க? பிஸ்கில்லா பேப்பர் சீரியல் நம்பர்.
Sir?
சீரியல் நம்பர் எதுல இருக்காங்க இவங்க? பேப்பர்
26, sir.
26. Okay, ma'am. Fine.
Okay.
Good evening, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
yes,
can
yes,
hear
ma'am.
you.
You can
Good
proceed.
evening.
Yes, ma'am. Sir. Good evening to all. Good evening, sir. My name is Prisclin Kriba. I am working as a research scholar at Madurai Sundar University under the guidance of Dr. Murugan, sir. And I will present here. The title is Automated COVID-19 Disease Identification on Chest CT Images using CNN and VGG16. This is the outline of my work. I will start with presenting the introduction of my research. This coronavirus, that is COVID-19, is a dangerous pandemic virus disease. It's spread all over the world. People who are severely suffered because it can easily transmit one another. It mainly affects the respiratory system, not easy to breathe. The symptoms of COVID are used in this figure. There's fever, mucus production, dry cough, shortness of breath, fatigue, sore throat are all the things, the symptoms of COVID-19. Then the above table shows the COVID report around the world and our country and our state. It will be mentioned in lakhs. Then we'll be move on to the COVID-19 test. It is a laboratory. There are so many tests available nowadays, but in the early stage, there is only one test is one a familiar one. That is reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction. That is RT-PCR. Here are some. It is a laboratory technique. The samples are swab specimens taken from the nose. This sample RNA compared to the original COVID RNA, if it is matched, that the positive or negative. There are so many limitations in the RT-PCR test. It takes longer time. It is manual, complicated, and the time consuming. It displays the result kindly only as a positive rate of only as 63%. This is limited availability of the test kits in the earlier stage. It's very difficult for taking tests for more than number of times to obtain the results. Then COVID identification of chest CT images. Now, what is CT? That means CT means computer tomography. As you all know, with the help of the computer, it will take series of X-rays in different angulation to process the image. Only a few minutes to take the CT scan to analyze the patient. A CT machine captured the human lung image. It produced several sizes of CT images. So physicians can identify the severity of the patient lung level. Then move on to COVID-19 identification and chest CT images with deep learning. Deep learning is fully based on artificial neural network technology. It allows computers to learn similar to human brain. It has powerful algorithms and models. The models are handle large volumes of data using this model to provide the accuracy of COVID-19 CT images. In this using the CT, you can the physician can able to analyze quickly how the COVID-19 affects the lungs. For example, as you see the figure, there's a COVID-19 patient lying on the bed. He or she will be goes to the CT machine. We tested. Finally, converted the CT images. When the CT images put into the deep learning model to classify whether it is COVID or not. Recent studies use the deep learning method in COVID-19 and CT images. There are many recent studies are available. It handles large volumes of data, produce an efficient accuracy. Then data set. I'll collect the chest CT data set from various data repositories like Kaggle, GitHub, and IEEE data port. In the study, use the data set namely as all COVID data set splitted. This data set contains overall more than number of 13,000 images. We collect various data set and all the various separate data set. The separate data will be combined as all COVID data set. From the all COVID data set, it consists of 5,785 normal chest CT images and 8,535 COVID data infected chest CT images. See in the figure, this all COVID data set, it contains 14,320 chest CT images. It will be collected from COVID-19 lung CT scan, SARS-CoV-2 CT scan dataset, and COVID-19 X-ray and CT scan dataset, COVID-19 dataset, and COVID-19 CT images. These are all the separate dataset. Each dataset contains 7,046 images and so on. Then these are the overall description of my dataset table. This table describes the which year will be taken the CT images, then which country it will be displayed here. From that data set, we conclude the number of images of COVID and number of normal images. Finally, the total number of images here. All the data set, all the separate data sets will be combined as combined data set used in this paper. The overall images of COVID images 8,535 and the normal images 5,085. Total images 14,320. Then use the methodology here. From this methodology, use the deep learning models. There are two models used here. My research, CNN model and transfer learning VGC16. A CNN model is a type of NN used for image recognition and classification. In transfer learning VGC16, can reuse a pre-trained model on a new problem. Then will be explained in CNN model. In the CNN model, first you all put the input images that fed into the conversion layer that will be processed, that finally into the fully connected layer. It will be classified as COVID-19 and as well as normal. Then the 6-layer CNN model contain input layer. The input images read from 500 and read the size of 500 cross 512. The pooling layer from the conversion layer combined with pooling layers. The pooling layer reduces the number of parameters. That's number of parameters. Pooling layers is the max pooling I'll use here. Calculate the maximum value of each pass of the future map. Then the batch normalization, it automatically standardizes the input to a layer in the deep learning neural network. Then the next one is ReLU layer. It's all it converts all negative values convert into 0. Then the dropout session to prevent the model from overfitting. Then flattening to create a single long vector future vector. Then fully connected layer combine all these futures. Then finally it's into the softmax. The softmax activation gave output of one value for each node in the output layer. Then the next model is transfer learning VGC16. Visual geometry group 16. It contains 16 layers. It reuse pre-training model weights to reduce the training time and as a future extractor. It's well suited for image classification. It's trained a large and varied dataset fine-tuned up to image classification dataset. Then in my experimental setup is I prepare this overall 14,000 images will be converted into calculate the over 100% images will be converted into 60% into training set and 20% to validation and 20% to testing. For the evaluation metrics, I calculate the accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score, and ROC, AUC. Then the model optimization and selection, I tuning the parameter and the epoch number of passes taken over the training set. These are all the my data set preparation for my data set, all COVID data set. That is combined all the data set are collected from the online repositories. The class, this data set will contain two classes, that is COVID and normal. This COVID images can be split up a number of 5,121 training images. Validation data are 1,707 and the testing images 1,707. Then normal images put training for 3,471, validation for 11,157 and testing for 11,157. In my result, used in this implementing this data using the CNN model, the data set will be 14,320. Among them, 5,785 for normal and 8,535 for COVID-19. I got the accuracy of 96.34%. In VGC16, again the same. I got 96.99% of accuracy. This is the result of my CNN model for training and validation accuracy. The accuracy is 96.34%. Then the same thing, the training and validation accuracy of VGC16, and the epoch value will be set at 25. the accuracy of the result is 96.99%. This is my conclusion. Future work. Deep learning models achieve high accuracy in detecting COVID-19 and CT images. The challenge of my differentiating the stages of COVID-19 and variants. These are all my reference. Okay, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Miss Priscilla,
Yes, sir.
Priscilline Kirba.
Kriba.
I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
first
Yes,
of
sir.
all, I congratulate you, ma'am.
Yes,
But
sir.
your presentation was very nice. I think you are doing your PhD under the guidance of Dr. Murugan from MS University.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think so. Everything was fine, but has many. I think many things are missed in our presentation also. Am I right?
Yes.
But you are not discussed anything about the literature survey.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay,
Okay.
sir.
So you are claiming 96.34 and 96.99%. How can
Yes.
you claim this type of percentage? But you must compare the existing research. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Hmm?
sir.
This
The
is
table
number
will be
one.
missed. Okay,
Number
sir.
two, but
Yes.
how many? But your in our presentation, you collected more than 35,000 that data set. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So are you collected any real time data set
That-
from the affected COVID-19
Yes,
positive
sir.
or
Yes.
negative or like that? Where
Sir,
you
I
collected?
sir, and Tirunelveli and Tuticorin hospital,
No,
sir.
no,
That
no.
I
You are not. I think my observation, you are not collected any data set. That is, but you are putting the number. I think, but you collect the. But this is your title is very nice. I think this is
Yes,
nowadays
sir.
we are facing lot of problem due to COVID-19. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so
Yes,
try
sir.
to collect the real time data set, both images as well as video images. Okay, but you
Yes,
can
sir.
easily get it from the
Sir,
nearby.
it's my main work of my sir.
So,
I welcome your
but
my presentation.
number another things you are not implemented anything. I think, but you are claiming such a percentage is 96 and 90,
Sir, I
99. But
implemented my
there is no experiment result in this presentation. How can we understand
sir.
then?
Sir,
But
yeah.
but you
Sir.
must show it the experiment result, the source image, the systematic pre-processing steps. What about the final that means accuracy? That means you are claiming the accuracy. Okay.
Sir, yes, sir. I show. Sir, I
Identified
shown.
that means positive or negative. How we are going to understand?
You have the valuable suggestion. You just hear it first. What sir says. Okay.
So many things are missed, but keep in mind. Okay.
It will be
Okay, sir.
for
So I
your
think
work.
your presentation was very nice, but your title is nice, but many things are missed. That is most important. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Here literature survey is most important. That is missed. But you are not
Okay.
introduced any algorithm. You are not discussed about any algorithm or architecture, the existing method or existing advancement. Many people are doing research in this area. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what is their findings? But
Okay,
you have
okay.
to compare. That is
Okay.
called research. So without compare the existence, that is not true result. Am I right? So
Okay,
many
okay,
things are
sir.
missed. Keep in mind. In
Now, okay,
future,
sir.
okay, I think your research color. Which year you are doing?
Sir, 2020, sir.
You are joined the year 2000.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Almost going to complete 3 years. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
have to
sir.
very familiar. No, how many papers you publish in international conference?
Only one, sir.
This is
International
only-
conference will be second one. This is the second one.
But many things are we are expecting. Okay. Anyhow, congratulations, madam. Thank
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
On behalf of Manonmaniam Sundarnar University, sir is considering you, Priscilla. That's it, I think. So.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, but your title is very nice, and I think it is a recent concepts you are chosen, right?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am. Yes,
anyway,
ma'am.
have the suggestions for Dr. Sir, and you can proceed it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
The next candidate participant who is Rajamallika, madam. Are you there? Rajamallika, madam. Srinivasan, sir. Okay, okay.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I'll share my screen now.
Yeah, please share it.
Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yeah, it's visible, ma. You can start your presentation.
Good evening, everyone. Raj Malika from the Department of Science, St. Joseph's College, Autonomous District, and my paper title is Students' Perception Analysis Using NLP Approach. So these are the contents what we are going to see. What's NLP? What is a communication model? The review of literature, problem definition, understanding attributes, methodology, findings and interpretation, summary, and conclusion. So to start with, what is NLP? Being a student from computer science and teachers from computer science background will be very familiar with the abbreviation of NLP as natural language abbreviation called as Neuro-Linguistic Programming. So let's see what's that first. So Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Neuro is our nervous system through which we gather and process information. Linguistic is the language through which our internal representations are coded and given meaning. And programming is the patterns and strategy that we run in our brain to achieve desired and specific outcomes. So this is linguistic programming, NLP. So it is an approach and personal development psychotherapy created by Richard Bandler and John Grinder in later 1970s. So this is the communication model. This is very important. This is the main thing what I have used to create a model. So as we can see here, here we have, just a minute. As we can see here, we have the external event. External event is something what internal representation is something what we take into account. Whenever we see an external event, something we take into ourselves, right? That's the internal representation. And here you can see creates. So that's the external behavior, what we create. So this is the communication model. So a conscious brain takes up to 7 plus or minus 2 external event at a time, and an unconscious mind takes up to 2 billion data in a moment. So the review of literature, the first is an accounting course. They were grouped into 2 groups. One was the treatment group and another was the control group. So the treatment group was under was left free, and the control group was under a mentor. So whenever the mentor teaches, the control group learns everything, and when the examination is been posted, they will be answering all the questions, whatever the mentor thought. Whereas the treatment group, what they did was they studied out of the box and they were able to answer many questions. So there was a significant difference in the academic performance of the treatment and the group control group in either courses. So this is another review of literature. We can see the peer observation and the continuing professional development and unexpected consequences. So my problem definition is that the first 2 articles, what I mentioned the previous slide, they're based on the academic performance of the student in an accounting firm, and a peer observation innovation in education and teaching. When you talk about the student in general, we should try to understand the perception of an individual to analyze them in order to enhance the understanding capability and performance to yield effective results. So that is very much important. So the previous 2 papers are the motivation for this study. And the aim and objective is to understand the perception ability and enhance the performance to yield effective results. So understanding attributes. My data set had following attributes, namely name, age, gender, siblings check, whether they have a single child or they have siblings, siblings count, how many siblings they have, external event analyzing. We saw in the communication model, the external event, that's the external event analyzing. It is, it's like a Likert scale from 1 to 10. And then the internal representation, the external behavior, backtrack events is like, do they think about their past? Goal framing, do they frame their goal by themselves or they depend upon someone? They frame goals for the environment or they frame goals by themselves. Like blame frame, do they accept whether they commit mistakes or blame someone? Procedure oriented, whether they like to be organized. Proactive check, do they like to be proactive? Internal or external person check, whether they are introvert or extrovert. Time to build themselves, how many years do they require to improve their skill sets? And goal achievement is something, how many years they want to achieve their goals. And the nature of a data, my data is primary data collection, and the number of respondents is 160. It was collected by a Google form, and the target respondents were the students of age group 16 to 26. The tool used was RStudio IDE. So this is the visual representation of my data to understand better. So here we can see the respondents and the age group of the respondents here, and then how many I mean, do they have siblings or not, and how many siblings they have. And here we can see out of 160 respondents, 88.8% they like to be organized, and whether they like to be proactive or not, here it shows 79.4% they like to be proactive. And the methodology that I used was correlation, that's Pearson correlation and Spearman rank correlation. And regression, I used linear regression and multiple linear regression. So findings and interpretation. So correlation, Spearman rank correlation coefficient. The relationship, the external event happening and the internal representation of the respondents were taken into account, and the inference is that here we can see it's a fair or moderate positive correlation between them. And then to test the relationship between external behavior and the internal representation of the respondents. So here we can see it's a poor, weak, but it's a positive correlation. And using Pearson correlation, it's a scatter plot, where you can see it has 0.43%, and it's a weak positive correlation. And to test the degree of association between two attributes, namely external event analyzing and internal representation, here we can see it's coming up to 0.68. And then here I've used simple linear regression to independent variables are the age and dependent variables the external behavior of a student. So in the scale of 1 to 10, it comes as 7.14 here, the result. And here to predict the level of perception metric, say the age group of 26, using simple linear regression model, the independent variable is age and the dependent variable is goal framing. So we can see here it's 8.2. And using multiple linear regression, I give it different variables as age, internal representation, and external behavior, and my dependent variables as external behavior. So to predict the level of external behavior exhibited by a student, I've given the age group of 19, 20, 21, and 22, and the perception level as 7, 8, 8, and 9. Internal representation as 8, 7, 8, 9. So using this, we are getting here as 6.9, 7.0, 7.2, and 7.7. So this is the what I'm was trying to say is the perception ability and goal framing strategy of student is very much required to enhance and boost their performance to yield effective results. And these are the suggested techniques for a student to enhance their performance. In neuro-linguistic program, these are the few techniques what they follow to yield effective results. First one is the timeline technique. Second one is the new behavior generator. And third one is overcoming phobia. And these are the articles that I have referred and my references.
Miss Rajamalliga.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, congratulations to you, Rajamalliga. But your presentation
you,
was nice. But
Thank
what
you,
about are you a research scholar or PG student?
Sir, I'm doing my first PG in data science. First year
Okay.
student.
Oh, data science. Your PG is data science. Am I right? I think
Yes,
your presentation actually related to closely statistics. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
as per my observation, but you referred that means very old paper. I think 2003, 2013 and before. I think. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But
Actually, the papers I have referred, sir, 2020 and 21 I have referred, but using neuro-linguistic approach in academic performance, and students were related only 10 years back. Now I didn't find any papers related to that. So
I think
it was related to family psychology and everything nowadays. Back 10 years only we had this paper.
So your topic is student perception analysis, right?
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
student, what are the parameter you are taken? For example, to analysis the students' behavior like that, many parameters are there. What are the parameters you taken?
Here I have taken based on the communication model, sir. The first
No. Perception
diagram.
analysis means many parameters you have to take, no. But it should be analysis using a suitable tool. What are the tools you use? Which tool you use to analysis?
I used RStudio, sir.
But you are not presented anything in your presentation. But you have to take n number of parameter. According to parameter, you have to test it. That means analyze n number of candidate, or that means related to the particular things. But according to that, you have to show the result. But you are not discussing about the result compared to the existing. Like that, many things are missed, I think.
Okay, sir.
But many things are included, but I'm not happy. This presentation was nice, but your work is not. I think I can't understand. These are the things are related to very close to statistics. But anyhow, I am having a clear idea about the statistics. But many data are missed. I think many calculation are missed. I think there's no architecture. There's no specific algorithm. There is no specific mathematical equations. Okay. Then there is no specific systematic report. That means an experimental result in the form of tables or like that. So many
Okay.
things are missed. So try to incorporate many in future. But you are the PhD scholar.
I am a PG scholar, sir. Yes.
PG now PG. Okay, anyhow. But you are going to do PhD next after having your PG.
Yes,
So, but
sir.
try to understand the real concept of research. That is most important. Okay. But you are presenting certain thing, but that is comes under there is no proper way. Okay. So try to gather is real time research. How to do real time research. Okay. It will have very helpful to you in for your PhD. Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
All the
sir.
best.
Okay, ma. Thank you, ma. Thank you very much. We can move to the next candidate. Sivagami, madam, are you there? Sivagami. Srinivasan, sir. Srinivasan.
கொடுத்துட்டேன் கொடுத்துட்டேன்
Sivagami, Sivagami, not Sivasankar.
கொடுத்துட்டேன் அவங்க கொடுத்துட்டேன் அவங்க தான் எடுக்கல அன்மியூட்
You can share the paper, madam.
My paper, ma'am.
Sivagami, are you able to? 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 Sivagami, are Am I audible, ma? Sivagami. Sivagami. Okay, we can move to the next candidate. Kalaiselvi madam, are you there? Okay.
Audible, ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Start.
Ma'am,
share
can you
your
hear me,
paper,
ma'am?
ma'am. Yeah, I can hear you. What happened, ma'am?
Ma'am, I'm Shivagami, ma'am. Shall I share
You
my
are
screen, ma'am?
Sivagami. Okay, yes, you can start your presentation. Please share with this paper.
Okay, ma'am.
சிவகாமி என்னாச்சு? என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் உங்களுக்கு? சிவகாமி
ஷேரிங்ல தான் மேம்.
ஷேரிங்ல ப்ராப்ளம்.
ஷேரிங்ல தான் மேம். எஸ் மேம், எஸ் மேம், எஸ் மேம்.
Kalaiselvi madam, can you present now? No. Subhatra? Srinivasan sir, one second, அதை ஓபன் பண்ணி விடுங்க எல்லாருக்குமே. Srinivasan sir.
Yes, ma'am. And Subhatra, ma'am.
Subhatra, can you share your present paper, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Please.
Yes, ma'am.
Do it.
Good evening to all. I am Mrs. M. Subhatra, research scholar under the guidance of Dr. K. Meenakshi Sundaram
Please
sir.
screenல ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. இன்னும் உங்களோட விசிபிளே இல்ல உங்களோட பிபிடி.
One second.
Share it.
Host disable the screen, ma'am.
Subhatra. Srinivasan sir.
பண்ணலாம் மேடம், அவங்க பண்ணலாம்.
பண்ணலாமா? co-host கொடுத்தாச்சுமா உங்களுக்கு. You can do it.
Host disable participant.
இப்ப பண்ணுங்க மேடம், இப்ப பண்ணுங்க.
Ma'am, it's visible, ma'am.
Yeah, it is visible, ma, visible.
Ma'am, I'm Mrs. M. Subhatra, a research scholar under the guidance of
One second.
Dr. K. Meena.
Srinivasan sir.
எல்லாத்தையும் அன்மியூட் பண்ணிடுவா மேடம்.
Srinivasan sir, can you hear me?
எஸ் மேடம்.
The same problem they are facing, that Kalai Selvi as well as that another one, who is that? Sivagami. அவங்க ரெண்டு பேருக்குமே சேம் ப்ராப்ளம் they are facing sir. So next co-host கொடுத்துட்டு அவங்களுக்கு அது இது நீங்க you have to check it out. அந்த ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேரிங் வந்து அவங்களுக்கும் இதே ப்ராப்ளம் தான். ஓகேவா?
சரி மேடம், சரி.
Okay, now you start your presentation, Subhatra.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Mrs. M. Subhatra, research scholar under the guidance of Dr. K. Meena sir, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Computer Science, Erode Arts Science College, Erode. My paper name is Enhanced Approach for Analyzing and Detecting Fake Reviews on Social Media Through Sentiment Analysis. Introduction. Sentiment analysis is one of the important application of machine learning algorithm. Sentiment analysis objectives are to extract the opinions from reviews and then classify them according to their polarity. Sentiment analysis technique is applied to classify the document as real positive and real negative reviews, or fake positive and fake negative reviews. Fake negative and fake positive reviews by fraudsters who try to play their competitors' existing system can lead to financial gain for them. Sentiment analysis has become one of the most interesting concepts in text analysis due to its promising and commercial benefits. Many sellers use the decision to impact the review to hear the paid review writers. These paid review writers target is an particular brand, store, or product and write reviews to promote or demote them according to the requirement of the hired hand. This paper aims to classify social media product reviews into groups of positive or negative polarity by using machine learning algorithm. The proposed method is compared with the other supervised machine learning algorithm for sentiment classification and to detect the fake reviews. This is my overall proposed methodology. First one is a pre-processing and attribute selection, future selection, and fake review classification. In that pre-processing, I took 4 methods: string to word vector, tokenization, stop word removal, and stemming. This is my overall flow of my work. First, extract the review data and cleaning the data using pre-processing. After that, classification. Next one, experimental research. The proposed system is fed into the test using the 3 different classifiers in order to select the best one, and is discovered that SVM outperforms the other 3. 5 main performance evaluation methods have been introduced for classification. That is fake positive reviews, fake negative reviews, real positive reviews, real negative reviews, precision and accuracy. Compared to the existing methodology, proposed SVM achieves a better result. Conclusion: customers have the option of purchasing or not purchasing the merchandise. This can assist customers in purchasing valuable things and spending their money on high quality goods. Collecting the live review data from the various review websites will be part of future development. To avoid the misclassification of false reviews, computer-aided products of fake reviews, including various aspects and context-aware categorization is used. Content-aware classification is crucial since it aids in the detection of sarcasm and irony. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Ms. Subhatra, madam.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Are you PhD scholar or student?
Sir, first year PhD scholar, sir.
Okay. Where you are doing your PhD?
Sir, Erode Arts Science College.
Is your guide? Where your guide is working?
Sir?
Where your guide is working?
Sir, Erode Arts Science College. Erode.
Okay. You are belongs to Erode, am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But what about your presentation? Only 3 slides, I think. Introduction, experiment result, then finally conclusions.
Sir, no, sir.
Madam, try to understand. Your title
Yes,
is nice, okay? Your title is an approach for analysis and detecting fake review on social media through
Yes, sir.
sentiment analysis. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but many contents are missing. Okay.
Sir, okay,
But
sir.
there, okay, you are given introduction.
Yes,
Where is
sir.
the literature, sorry, literature review? How many papers you reviewed in this regard?
Sir,
Okay.
literature review is not included in PPT, sir.
No, there is no literature review in our PPT.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, but
Okay.
any research, any findings based on the literature review. Without literature, how can you go to your claim? But you are claimed 80% and 90% compared to the existing. But
Yes,
what
sir,
are
sir.
the existing?
Sir, I
systems are not
put,
mentioned.
sir, I write it in the paper, sir, but
No. You must. This is presentation. But
yes,
what
sir.
you done in our research, but you have to clearly explain. That is the role of presentation.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
But your content is very poor. But many things are in. But because you are the research scholars, okay.
Yes, sir.
First
Yes,
of
sir.
all, you go through the procedure for research methodology. Are you studied or not the research methodology paper, research and teaching methodology?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You go thoroughly. What are the contents are to be included in the any research paper? Okay,
Okay,
in
sir.
the research paper, the thesis are to that means to create any document. There is a set of procedure.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but this is not very bad, I think. But many things are missed. Nothing is in our presentation. Huh?
Yes, sir. Sir, I put it
So,
in paper, sir.
but where is the all the content you must present in the presentation? What is the role of presentation? What you achieved in the paper,
Yes, sir.
that means the paper, you have to present. That is the major portion. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Publication is also most important, but here also you have to present what you achieved, what your contribution, what you refer the existing, what is but many things are you have to discuss here, no? But there is no architecture, there is no algorithm, there is no proper research methodology, there
Yes,
is
sir.
no. I think there is no proper problem you are not identified. I think. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But
Further,
your
I corrected, sir.
sentiment analysis, fake review classification, where
Yes.
how many that means sentiment analysis means how you have to collect a number of data to analyze the sentiment. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but how can you identify the fake review? Okay, so these are
Yes,
the
sir.
major things. Many things are
Okay,
missed.
sir.
So we'll
Okay, sir.
just try
Fire.
to concentrate and
Okay,
okay.
sir.
Right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Thank you for your presentation, ma. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma. We can
Okay.
call the next participant, Sivagami. Are you ready, madam? Sivagami, madam. Yeah. Please unmute, madam. Sivagami.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Share your presentation also, Sivagami madam.
Share it, please.
There is no that option, ma'am.
Madam, there is a on the bottom. You click the more, not
Okay.
more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There is
There is a security
share
person
screen.
live.
Green signal
No,
screen.
sir.
There is a word share screen, madam. The bottom.
No, sir. That option is not available, sir, for me.
Ma'am, are you connecting with the mobile or laptop?
Mobile, sir.
Mobile, the third option is share screen only.
No, sir. Live transcription, security participants, and settings. These options only available, sir.
Sivagami, madam, any problem for you to share the screen?
Yes, sir. Sir, ma'am, the share option is not available.
Ma'am, கீழ இருக்கு பாருங்க.
Not
Share
available.
screen சொல்லி ஒரு green colorல இருக்குதா?
மேடம் மொபைல் யூஸ் பண்றாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Oh, you are in mobile.
Yes, ma'am.
அதுல இருக்க பாருங்க, ஈவன் தோ
Yes,
மொபைல்
ma'am.
இருந்தாலே
Yes,
ஒரு 3 டாட்டட் இருக்கும் பாருங்க, இந்த டாட்டை கிளிக் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கும், ஷேர் ஸ்கிரீனா இருக்கும். ஸோ அதர்வைஸ் ட்ரை பண்ணி பாருங்க. அது நெக்ஸ்ட் கேண்டிடேட் அலோவ் பண்ணுங்க மேடம், அதை முடிக்கிட்டு அவங்க பார்த்துட்டு.
Ma'am, this is Kalai Selvi. Shall I share the screen, ma'am?
Kalaiselvi madam.
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready, ma'am. Shall I share the screen, ma'am?
Share பண்ணுங்க, share பண்ணுங்க.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, yes,
Ma'am,
yes.
is my, okay, ma'am.
Visible,
Okay,
visible.
okay, ma'am. Good evening to one and all present over here. And this is Mrs. A. Kalaiselvi, research scholar in the Department of Computer Science, AGS Pillai Arts and Science College, Nagapattinam. And my guide name is Dr. Chandra Bose. And the topic I have chosen is Security Threats, Agile and its Prevention Methodology in Cloud Computing, a literature review. So everybody, we know that cloud computing is a discipline of cyber security dedicated to secure the cloud computing system. It includes keeping the data private and safe across online-based infrastructure application platform. Here we have to note it down about the business are moving their workload to the cloud data. They depend upon the high speed growth and they engage over it. So there they might have certain problems where they have to protect the data, which is having a biggest obstacle. So for that purpose, this paper addresses the speculative architecture of cloud computing, and it's important for safety of cloud computing, security risk to cloud computing, and attacks on securing the data in cloud computing with its mitigation techniques. So here the cloud computing technology plays a vital role, a model of enabling an unambiguous on-demand network access to shared pool of controllable computing resources, which can quickly provision and release the minimal management effort or a service provider interaction. So here, this is a review outline of all the key security risk and protection in our cloud network. And the prevention strategies for each technique will be the following. So here we can see the cloud service model, and we have the models, interactive infrastructure as a service, platform as a service. And here we can see the cloud application programming environment and its tool, its hosting platform and the resources with the applications. So these are the three types of cloud service model: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. They deal according to the function. And SaaS is also known as a demand software, where the user can access the application with the help of internet connection and web browser. And platform as a service, where the programmer has to develop, test, run, and manage the application. And in IaaS, it is a computing infrastructure managed over the internet, where the it is the user to avoid the cost and complexity of purchasing and managing the physical server. So these are the three types of model. Audible? Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. The cloud deployment model identifies the specific type of cloud environment based on the ownership, scale, and access. And here we can see the deployment models: private cloud, public cloud, community cloud, and the hybrid cloud. So the public cloud, we know that they are known for the shared platform, and they'll be playing the role. Public cloud operated on pay as per use model, and the third party can access it. And the public cloud is owned, managed, and operated by the business, university, government, and so on. Whereas in private, it is literally opposite to public, where the private cloud is known for internal cloud, and they'll be dealing with the private internal network, and high level of security and privacy will be available in private access. And hybrid cloud, here we can see the combination of both public and private. So here it is stated as non-critical activities as performed by the public cloud and critical activities which are performed by the private cloud. And community cloud, where the infrastructure plays a role where it allows the system and service to access by group of organization to share the information. So here we can see the security challenges faced by the cloud computing, the deployment model issues and service model issues and network issues and so on for your pursual. Deployment model issues, we can see about the cloning and resource pooling, mobility of data and data reschedule, and so on. In service model, data leakage and backup and storage shared, and the most probably happening is service hijacking. And in network issues, we come across browser security and SQL injection attack and incomplete data deletion and locks in. So here comes the security attack where they deal with DOS, SQL, MITM attacks, VM rollback attack, backdoor channel attack. These are the security attacks faced in cloud computing, where DOS, it is stated as a disk operating system. It will be providing a file system for reading, writing on the storage disk. Since the resources is shared to many users, so there the attack produce a query, so that it will be having a illegal access to database. And which is the familiar one is MITM attack, that is stated as a man in the middle, where the client and server will be having a relationship while sharing the message as a packet. There will be a chance where the man in the middle might
core of your work, madam.
Ma'am?
You can move
Okay,
to
ma'am.
your
Okay, ma'am. So to prevent, thank you, ma'am. To prevent the cloud security threats, we have to educate our employees or the user. So there will be a we have to secure a data backup plan. Who has to access the data, and encryption is key, and take password seriously, and test. One is the best way to do this in a penetration testing, as security plays a vital role. So it is to avoid and prevent cloud security threats. And conclusion, the main goal of this work is to analyze and evaluate the security techniques of data protection in the cloud computing. So here the security mechanism that to be provided is authentication, confidential access control, and authorization. And we can conclude that if recommended measures are taken in according to authentication and confidential access control and authorization, then the cloud computing can be trusted in the data protection and maintenance. In my future scope, I'm here to state the importance of security measures, and we also propose a lot of security in cloud computing, like proper usage of administrative privileges, wireless access control of data system. And in future research, work will begin to incorporate one of the proposed mitigation strategies and probability of the risk. And I have gone through the algorithm of RSA and blowfish algorithm, where they are playing a vital role to secure the data, and data to be encrypted. So I'm sure in future I will I'm sure that I have implemented, and these are the areas where I have referred. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Miss Kalai madam.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
first of all, congratulate you. But you're a PhD scholar, am I right?
Yes, sir. First year PhD scholar.
Your
Sir.
paper is literature review. I think this is not, you are
Yes,
not
sir.
implemented in this is literature review. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. But your entire presentation is like seminar. Okay. This is not research related presentation. Okay. First of all,
Okay, sir.
what do you
Okay,
understand
sir.
about literature review? But you have to collect different papers, what they discussed in the earlier paper. Okay, you have to collect a number of papers, what they discuss in the paper. Okay, you have to, that means differentiate each and every paper, positive, negative, advancement, and so on, like that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
But in our presentation, it is like seminar. But
okay, sir. In future, sure, I'll implement, sir.
no, just try to, but you are the PhD scholar, go through
Yes,
the
sir.
role
Sure,
of
sir.
the research methodology. Okay, how
Yes, sir. I
to
have
do
to, sir.
research, how to implement paper. So many concepts are there. Okay, according to just try to prepare. Otherwise, this is purely seminar paper, not a research paper.
Oh, sure, sir.
Okay,
I'll do
all
it,
the
sir.
best.
Sure, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
okay.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Madam,
Thank you, ma'am.
sir said that the paper is entirely as a seminar paper only.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay,
Actually,
sure. I'll
once you are,
update.
please listen. Once you are doing the literature review, collect the papers and you have to show the advantages, disadvantages in each and every paper with their reference. But
Okay.
nothing there in that. So please concentrate on that, madam. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
The last candidate, Arokya Mary, madam. Arokya Mary.
Yes, ma'am.
Madam, can you?
Sure. Yes, sir.
Yes, madam.
Whether my screen is visible, ma'am?
Yes, madam, it is
Okay.
visible, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Madam, put on full screen, ma'am.
Yes, sir. The slide show.
Yeah,
Is it
bottom,
okay?
bottom. Yes, yes.
Ah,
Now.
yes. Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. Good morning, good afternoon to one and all present here. I am Dr. S.T. Oroke Mary, Assistant Professor in Computer Science, Baridasan Government College for Men, Pondicherry, and my co-presenter, Dr. S. Suganti, Assistant Professor in Computer Science, Tagore Arts Government College, Pondicherry. First and foremost, I thank the whole team of MKU Department of Computer Science for giving us this opportunity. I also thank the chairperson, Dr. S. Rajkumar, VIT College, and I also thank all the faculty members, research scholars, and all the PG students who are present here. And now I would like to present our work titled Study on Consumer Preference of Mobile Wallets in Times of COVID-19 Pandemic, with a special reference to Pondicherry State. This is the abstract of my study. That is, data classification is done here. It is the process of organizing data in appropriate categories. And this automated system can help to streamline the process, understand and define its objectives. When given a set of training data points with its associated training labels, the class label is determined over different settings. When we saw in the last decade, the ownership and the use of mobile phone was increased dramatically in India, promoting to the use of mobile wallet service, especially among the adults. And in COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated the trend to use the mobile payment. The main goal of this research work is to facilitate the service suppliers to grasp the factors that have an effect on the adoption of the mobile service. And a comprehensive survey has been made on our own mobile data wallet data set using online Google form, and the link for that Google form is this. The experimental results is also compared with different performance measures like accuracy, precision, recall, F-score, ROC, and kappa coefficient. This is the outline of my study. Introduction, significance of the study, why I started doing this work, and the problem statement, literature review, objective of the research, contribution of the paper, data set description, performance evaluation, observations, conclusion, limitations and future research directions and references. Coming into introduction part, in this age of digital world and the use of mobile wallet and digital payment is increasing day by day, and large volume of data is generated by electronic devices from various activities. Data is stored in data repositories. In order to extract and to identify patterns, trends, and useful data, it has taken to data-driven decision from huge sets of data, which is called data mining. It is a branch of computer science, and there are many data mining tools like Vika, NIME, Orange, and IBM SPSS. Here, all the implementation which we have done is using the data mining tool Vika. Vika is Vikatok Environment for Knowledge Analysis. It is a popular data processing tool which enables information pre-processing process. The architecture of the typical data mining system. Here, the significant components of the data mining systems are the data source, which is shown in the diagram, the data mining engine, the data warehouse server, the pattern evaluation module, graphical interface, and knowledge base. The actual source of data is the database, where we have collected the data. It may be from the web or from the text file or from any other document. It is stored in the data warehouse. The data warehouse may comprise of one or more databases, or it may contain spreadsheets or any other repositories of data. Before passing the data to the database or to the data warehouse server, the data must be cleaned, integrated, and selected. As the information comes from various sources in different formats, it can't be used directly for the data mining procedure because the data may not be complete and accurate. So the first data required is to be cleaned and unified. Next, the database server consists of original data, which is to be ready to processed. The server is ready to retrieve the relevant data that is based on the data mining tool. The pattern evaluation module is primarily responsible for the measurement and investigation of the pattern by a threshold value. This is about the Vika. It is an open source. The properties of Vika are it is a platform independent. It is an open source software. It provides tool for data pre-processing, and we can implement by the implementation of several learning algorithms, and we can visualize tools we can visualize our data by using this tool. We can develop machine learning techniques also, and we can apply to the real world data mining problems. The architecture, the data mining algorithms which are in the VICA are, first when we observe the beginning of the flow of the image, we will understand that there are many stages in dealing with big data to make it suitable for machine learning. First, to start with the raw data collected from the field. This data can be either null values or irrelevant fields. Then the data pre-processing tools provided in VICA will cleanse the data, and it will save the pre-processed data in our local storage for applying machine learning algorithms. Next, depending on the kind of machine learning model that we are trying to develop, we can select one of the options such as classify, cluster, associate, or attribute selection. The attribute selection shows the automatic selection of features to create that we can create to reduce the data set. In each category, VICA provides the implementation of several algorithms. My significance of this study is that the graph shows the overview of the mobile wallet adoption in the Indian market. With an estimated 230 million smartphone users in India, and with the improved internet speed and declining of the handset prices, mobiles have become the primary devices, shaping our lives into how the customers search, purchase, and pay their goods and service. So riding the smartphone growth, the favorable regulatory environment from RBI, which is the source of this chart, it shows the online payments have gone up significantly, pushing the economy into less cash and transparency. This is the volume, and this shows the growth of the mobile users. The problem statement which I have stated is, to carry out this work, we have identified variables expected to own our associate influence on the mobile services adoption intention. The identification of the mobile wallet adoption is considered as a classification problem, which involves more number of attributes to determine the factors that have an effect on the adoption of mobile service. This is my literature review work, where I have done about 7 literature reviews. First, run by KMCB in the year 2021. In his study, that is on a study, his name, paper name, a study on consumer perception of digital payments method in terms of COVID, in times of COVID pandemic. Their intention was to review the perception of the buyer in digital payment ways. Through statistical tools like correlation and ANOVA, the researcher found that there is no significant variance in the consumer perception of digital payment techniques, even in the time of COVID pandemic. And Dr. C. Revati and Dr. P. Balaji have done their analysis on the subject, determinants of behavioral intention on e-wallet usage, and empirical examination in amid of COVID-19 lockdown period. The main objective of this study was to review the consumer preference and the importance of e-wallet usage, and to explore the significant predictions of the consumer intention and behavior on the e-wallet usage in the COVID lockdown period. The statistical tools used in the study were the frequency distribution, reverse weighted average mean, ranking correlation, and multiple linear regression analysis. The results of the study were that the college students principally use the e-wallet payment as they use mobile phones and the internet in the abundant manner, because it is very convenient for them to access. And Nidhi Singh Shalini and Srivatsa and Nina Sina in the year 2017 had their analysis article on the topic, a consumer preference and satisfaction on mobile wallet, a study on North Indian consumers. The purpose of this research was to know the consumer intention.
Proposed concept, madam.
Okay, and Sanuja Sri, yes, ma'am. There were about 7 literature survey. And the objective of my study is to conduct a comprehensive survey on the consumer preference of mobile wallets in times of COVID-19 on our own data set, and to analyze the data set by the use of traditional machine learning classifiers, and to find out whether mobile wallets are the easiest and safe mode of payment, and also to know about the various factors affecting the usage of mobile wallet in times of COVID pandemic, like technology accepted model, whether it is perceived security, social influence, perceived innovativeness, perceived usefulness and easy of use, and any other offers and discounts about it. The contribution, initially a sample of N100 were collected from the Puducherry state in India. These samples are processed and they are identified by the 5 different classifiers used: LR, MLP, random forest, naive-bayes, and LMT. A major contribution of this study is to compare the performance of these 5 classifiers based on the classification, accuracy, kappa value, precision, recall, F-score, and ROC. The data set creation: in this research, we have collected samples of 100 consumers in Pondicherry through online survey, Google form. The data set name was mobile wallet. The number of instances were 100. This was the data set description. This is a screenshot which I have taken. There are different attributes, maybe the age, the digital payment mode accepted by most merchants, offers and discounts given at least once, whether they have used easiest of use. This is the data set description. The performance measures which I have considered are the accuracy, kappa coefficient, precision, recall, F-score, and ROC. The analysis of the mobile wallet data set with various classifiers is shown in the figure. You can see that the comparison with the various classifiers shows that naive-based procedure shows the poor results than the compared methods. And therefore, from the table, it shows that the RF achieves better performance of 93.01% compared to other classifiers. And LR attains the classification accuracy of 78.11, naive-based 63.88, LMT 81.5, and MLP 82.66 respectively. On the graph, they shows the comparison results of the mobile wallet data set with various classifiers, which is it is pictorially represented here. This shows the comparative analysis of the data set in terms of accuracy, kappa, precision, recall, and various with the different classifiers like LR, MLP, etc. The observation after this, it has been observed that we assess the classifiers from the samples, and after experimentation, the Vika which was used as a simulation tool, and it revealed that RF attained the better performance with compared with other classifiers. The 5 classifiers like MLP, LR, NA-base, RF, and LMT are applied to assess the level of usage of mobile wallet using the questionnaire. From the experimental results, it is verified RF attains the maximum closest performance with a higher accuracy of 93.01, kappa of 89.64, precision of 93, F-score of 93, and ROC of 99.3. Thus, the experimentation shows that RF achieves better results and classifies accurately than the existing method. Limitation and future direction for this research. Owing to time and cost constraint, this research was restricted to its sample size of 100 respondents in Pondicherry, India. And the consumer behavior researchers this cannot be given because of long-lasting and enduring findings over a period of time due to their behavioral, cultural, and socioeconomic changes among the society. Conclusion: from the above study, it is concluded that there are many positive factors like safe and secure payment, easy accessibility, risk-free transaction, confidentiality in financial data of the customer, and non-contact payment. And to avoid direct payment method during this pandemic time, non-contact payment mode is highly recommended, and people also started to use mobile wallets in the pandemic situation. The own reference from my paper. Yeah, in this is the paper. I have referred my own paper, which I have done earlier. And thank you for the whole team. Any queries? Thank you.
Dr. S.T. R.O.K. Mary, ma'am, first of all,
sir. Yes, sir.
I congratulate you, ma'am, but our presentation was very perfect as per systematic manner.
Thank you, sir.
But overall, there's no, I think, don't like to
Thank you so much,
that
sir.
make any query. But at the same time, but your topic is, I think, the mobile wallet in the period of COVID-19. I think these online services played a major role. Okay,
yes,
even for the students, purchase, buying, and selling. There's no need to move one place to another, but payment mode.
Yes, sir.
So
Non-contact mode.
But even though, all the many things, everything's are secure, not secured, I think. But there is a lagging
advantages.
Positive sides are there, but a few negative sides also there. But people are misusing the technology, the students as well as their behavior. So nowadays we can see in the Facebooks. Okay,
yes,
so the disciplines was very worst based on the online. They are interacting with the online. They are misusing the technology also.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, congratulate ma'am. So
thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Very nice presentation, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, madam.
Okay. We can move to the last participant. Another one is there. Suja, ma'am. Suja, are you there? Suja, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here, ma'am.
Yeah, please come. Start your presentation, madam.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Ma'am, your voice is not audible actually.
okay, ma'am. Ma'am, is the PPT visible, ma'am?
PPT is visible, ma'am, but voice is very low.
Okay.
Okay, start your presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. I'm Suja. I'm a research scholar from Muslim Arts College, and my topic for the day is a deep learning approach for Alzheimer's disease classification using efficient net B0. So Alzheimer's disease was found in the year 1906 by a German doctor, Dr. Alois Alzheimer. So it was named after him. So Alzheimer's disease, it is considered as one of the 6th disease leading to the cause of death among all the adults and the 5th leading disease for those aged 65 or older. In 2020, approximately 5.8 million Americans were living with this Alzheimer's disease. And this number is projected to be.
Ma'am, your slide, please move your slide, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Put in
And
slideshow.
okay, ma'am. In 2020, 5.8 million Americans were living with this Alzheimer's disease, and this number is projected to nearly triple to 14 million people by 2060. So Alzheimer's disease is thought to be the most general cause of dementia, and it is estimated that only 1 in 4 people with this Alzheimer's can be properly identified. The treatment is most effective when it begins before major injury occurs. There are many sites.
Go to the proposed concept, madam, directly.
Okay, ma'am.
Your work, madam. What? Go to your contribution. Yeah, madam. Are you there?
Yeah, ma'am, please the slideshow la podunga. Madam? Madam, are you able to hear me?
லைன்ல இருக்காங்க. சுஜா மேடம்.
Suja ma'am, is it audible? Live la irukangala sir Suja? Illa, I think that she went out. Srinivasan sir, Suja madam irukangala inga session kulla?
இருக்காங்க மேடம், ஆனா பேசலையே அவங்க.
இல்ல செஷன்ல இருந்து வெளியே மூவ் ஆயிட்டாங்க. இல்ல
Not, I think that. Okay, no issue. Okay, sir. Kumar sir, I think that today we have finished the technical review sessions.
Okay, ma'am.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your wonderful suggestions, sir. You have given your valuable suggestions for all the participants. So we feel very happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving this great opportunity to act as this session chair, the Madurai Kamaraj University. So thank you so much for your Vice Chancellor, Registrar, and all the team members for giving this great opportunity. Thank you, ma'am.
Really, we feel very happy, sir. Your presence. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, ma'am. Shall I leave, ma'am? Shall I leave, ma'am?
Yeah.
Thank
you. Thank you. Dear participants, tomorrow around 11 o'clock, please be on time. Tomorrow sessions will be going on by the cybercrime investigator. Will give the very nice session regarding how the cyber crime is occurring in the society, and he is the investigator for the police officials. So it will be very useful for all the participants, I think so. Kindly be on time around 11 o'clock. Okay. Now we can leave the session. Thank you.